Hello, Trev here. I just popped on to update and indeed conclude about a discrepancy and sort of complaint about a gig that I played about a month and a half ago now at Moreton in Marsh Festival. If you've not seen, I've put the first video here. And yeah, do have a look if you're interested. But basically, I was double booked to play an event. It was a wet weekend, so there were a few things going on, but they had booked me to play a particular slot. I did then go to the gig, and someone else was also booked to play the slot, and there was a bit of kind of miscommunication with various different people, the people that booked me, and Zoom events, and King Hill Music, I think they're called. Let me just look. King Hill Live Music. So there was a little discrepancy between both parties, sort of like the cancellation was done less than 24 hours. So basically I took this to the Musicians Union, who supported me in making a claim to get the fee still, and I've been successful, so that's really good. But do I feel happy about this? Not really. I never really wanted to make a complaint. I certainly don't think that the company would have paid me anything if I'd not used the Musicians Union backing, so in terms of legal backing, and yeah, I don't think I'll get booked by them again, because obviously they don't like me, because obviously I've ruffled them in the sense that they wanted me to just go away quietly and, not cause a fuss. So it doesn't make me feel very happy in that sense. And also, if it was a successful gig, I would have, worked with them again and, hopefully done more gigs. As a musician, I want to play gigs. I want to entertain that. That's sort of what I want to do, and be paid fairly for it. Unfortunately, I think this is quite a common thing. I've played a couple of other gigs sort of since then. One of them was another sort of river festival where the budget was not disclosed. I did say normally I charge this fee. I did support the cause, so about sewage, and I did say, okay, I'll happily gift you the gig. And I didn't get a reply for that. So I noticed that they had put my name as a billed act. So I did play the gig. And then I messaged after and said, well, if you had a budget, then you should pay. And to be fair to them, they have said, okay, yes, we are going to pay you. And I'm yet to get that payment, but they came good. But I just feel that this element of making things unclear for musicians is unfortunately a bit commonplace. So the sort of verbal contracts and the lack of clarity, but indeed the chasing of it afterwards. So I've spent on this particular Moreton and Marsh Festival gig far more time chasing what was £50. So it's a fairly small amount of money, considering the time I've spent on it, to get that back. So yeah, it is just not what I want to do with my time. But anyway, I thought these videos might help other musicians. I did see another musician that played the River Festival posting a similar comment. So I do feel that this is commonplace throughout lots of musicians, and they feel very isolated when a promoter doesn't pay or doesn't respect their value. And yeah, the Musicians Union is there. It is there. It's very, very worth sort of subscribing to it and looking for it. Another thing that's happened a couple of times in the last few weeks is a couple of friends have asked me to do things. Someone asked me to play piano at a charity event, and I replied and said, well, normally I'd pay charge a fee for that. So she was saying, well, I'm looking for a generous musician. And although I don't mind this in a way, she's not really a friend, someone I know, friendly. And then a friend yesterday said, oh, well, can you play this kind of kids party, And it's always a little bit blurry, because you just wouldn't ask another profession to do that without clarifying that whether it's free or not. So I guess another reason I'm saying this is, if you are in a position to employ a musician or ask a friend that's a musician to come and play, do be clear. You could just be clear and say, oh, I've not really got the money to pay you, but I'd love to have some music. That's fine. You've opened it up straight away and said, like, I would like to pay you, but I can't, because I can't afford it. And it's tough times, don't get me wrong, at the moment. So a lot of musicians maybe will sort of say, oh, okay, well, I'll give you half an hour of music for free if they like you, or they like the event or the charity or whatever it is. but just acknowledging the fact that actually you are employing someone who has a practiced profession and skill, and that is very sort of helpful to just open it. If you're booking someone, just open that conversation straight away. Don't just go, hey, do you want to play this gig in a couple of weeks? It's like, that's not given the right information. It's like, can I employ you in a couple of weeks to do this? And can I employ you at this rate? Or indeed, we don't have a budget, I'm afraid, but would you be willing to do it for free? Straight away. You straight away declare that money aspect of it. Sadly, that's what that's what I think should happen all the time, because it's just very, very problematic. So I'm just reading, Kay. I don't know about naming the people, but I don't know. Hopefully, Kay has learnt from this, from Kings Hill Live Music. She was a bit flustered by it. She got a bit annoyed at me texting her saying that there was someone playing, because she wasn't actually at the event. And to be fair to her, I think Zoom Events were the people that made the double booking. But she was the one who sort of booked me. So there was a little bit of, two parties, too many cooks perhaps. But, she would have made a fee for booking this act or booking me. They cancelled her. To be fair, when they cancelled me through her, they should have said to the main Zoom Events or whatever, actually, this is not enough notice. I'm going to have to charge you the fee because the musician's going to follow me for the fee. So if she's learnt from that, that's a good thing, because I think it is proper to have a contract. Her contract with me was a little bit woolly, but it was secure enough for the Musicians Union to think I should chase the case. And if she had a discrepancy with Zoom Events, then that's up to her what she does. But she might have just taken the loss. Which I'm sad about, actually, because I don't know, she seems like quite a nice person, but I doubt I'd ever work with her again because that relationship has broken. So this whole thing has kind of been a bit sad, really. From talking to other vendors at the Zoom Events, they obviously made money from all the stall holders. So Zoom Events are not financially worse off at all. They kind of couldn't care less. And I did speak briefly to one of the people up there. I can't remember the name of the guy, but I wouldn't encourage any musicians to work with either of those companies, unfortunately, anymore. But I hope they learn from it, and I hope that they don't mistreat musicians in the future. I remember when Kay cancelled my booking, first of all was saying, oh, well, I could book you for other gigs. And I'm like, I don't want lots of insecure gigs. Like, if you're going to cancel a gig sort of less than 24 hours before, and I've already promoted it and I'm going to go to the event, I don't want lots of gigs like that. I want secure gigs that I know that I'm going to that are going to follow through and I'm going to be paid for. I've got some something to stand on, some footing. But I think I'm just making sure that I've said everything I want to say, because part of this is closure for me. But like I say, it was a success in the sense that the Musicians Union did support me writing letters to it and setting out sort of time frames. They wrote the letters. So I sent all my evidence and sort of correspondence, and I needed it in writing, and I needed a postal address. So legally, if there's no postal address for the company or the employer, I don't know if that makes it more insecure, but certainly that I found a postal address, and I had enough correspondence that it was legally binding, shall we say. It's legally binding, it's a contract. And also this company does book lots of musicians. One of the things that Kay said was, well, because I went to the event and wasn't very happy, saying, Trevor didn't handle it very professionally or something like that. And I thought, well, if you turn up to an event and someone's playing in your slot and you don't know who to talk to, I don't know, I feel like I did it as professionally as I possibly could, but also uncalled for and unprofessional, and she blocked me and doesn't want to work with me again. So obviously she blocked me because I'm saying, well, you haven't paid me, this isn't on, and she didn't want to pay me, so of course. So the Musicians Union were quite good at taking the emotion out of it. And I remember Paul, who was working on my case, was saying, I don't pay any attention to whinges from those who owe our members money. So obviously Kay has got flustered, but mainly because I've chased her. She doesn't like to be wrong. they deem that I was right, and it's just really sad because I'm not like, it's not my aim to upset someone, but you know, if you are booking someone, you should pay them if things go wrong. Yeah, so she had the opportunity to de-escalate it a couple of times before that, but so yeah, a win in some ways and also sad in other ways. And you know, I wish her well, I wish the companies well, but I don't encourage anyone to work with them, sadly, because I feel that they haven't really learned anything from it yet, but maybe they will, who knows. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Do please click subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you'd like more content like this, because I can make other things about sort of life of a musician, so to speak, or do look at my other videos about teaching and various wildlife things and such like. And yeah, hopefully see you soon. Bye-bye.